Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, October 10th, 2014, around 7:08 p.m. The sun's out, and it's going to be another nice day, highs in the 60s. And this is the start of Columbus Day weekend. This is a peak foliage, so get out and enjoy the foliage of the leaves, because soon they'll be all coming down, and then we'll have to rake them up in November. Some news to report. The Detroit Red Wings beat the Boston Bruins by the scores of 2-1 last night at the Joe Louis Arena, but first lost by the Bruins, but you can't win them all. And also today starts the UMass Lowell Riverhawks 2014-2015 hockey season. They're going to face off against their Hockey East rivals, the Boston College Eagles, tonight at 7 at the Songas Arena at UMass Lowell, and the game's going to be on NESN. It's going to be called by Tom Karen. Also, you could listen to it on the Riverhawks Radio Network, AM 900 ESPN Radio in Nashville, New Hampshire, and 980 WCAP in Lowell, Massachusetts. Bob Ellis calls those games. Or you can listen to it on the Boston College Eagles Radio Network Hockey, and that's going to be on 8:50 AM in Boston. And calling the games will be John Rich. And one more thing. Tonight starts the American League Championship Series. Kansas City Royals against Baltimore Orioles. I'm picking the Orioles in 6 games. And that game's going to be on TBS, called by Ernie Johnson, Ron Darling, Cal Ripken Jr., and Matt Weiner. Also, I wish they could have cameo appearance by Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, and Kenny Smith. Ernie Johnson's co-host from Inside the NBA. They should make a cameo calling the game. That would get high ratings. That's about it on that. My next subject's my top 10 list of everything and everything. I've reached the top 10 list of 10 NFL football announcers who should win the Pete Rozelle Award for Broadcasting Excellence for the Hall of Fame. The Pete Rozelle Award was created in 1989 to award people in the media for their contributions to covering NFL football. It was like a lifetime achievement. It's a lifetime achievement award. Some of the winners of the Pete Rozelle Award over the years were Chris Schinkel, Jack Bach, Dick Enberg, Al Michaels, Jim Nantz, Pat Summerall, John Madden, Frank Gifford, and Don Criqui, among others. It's a prestigious award. Here's the 10 NFL football broadcasters, announcers who should win the Pete Rozelle Award in future years. Number 10 is Mike Patrick. Mike Patrick called NFL games for Sunday Night Football on ESPN for 19 seasons. He also called some playoff games, wildcard games for ABC. And he's currently the play-by-play announcer of Saturday Night Football, college football games on ESPN. He should win it one of these years. Number 9 is Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw for 30 years has been an NFL broadcaster. First, he worked a color man for regional games on CBS with Fern Lundquist, Tim Ryan, and Dick Stockton for about 6 years. And he moved to the studio, the NFL Today, in 1990, and he was there until 1993. Then when Fox scooped up the NFL broadcast rights, he became a co-host of Fox NFL Sunday, and he's still going strong. And he should win the Pete Rozelle Award. If he does that, he'll be the fourth recipient to get inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and winning the Pete Rozelle Award. The other 3 were Frank Gifford, Dan Dierdorf, and John Madden. Number 8 is Kevin Harlan. Kevin Harlan's been calling NFL games for over 20 years for NBC, Fox, and CBS. He's currently the play-by-play voice of NFL games on Westwood One for Monday Night Football, and he's called a lot of Super Bowls on the radio. And his father was once president of the Green Bay Packers. Number 7 is the late, great Frank Lever. Frank worked for CBS Sports, calling NFL games from 1963 through 1984. First, he called Cleveland Browns games for CBS, and then he became a regional NFL announcer. He called a lot of playoff games. When he passed away in 1985, he was the number 2 play-by-play announcer for NFL games on CBS behind Pat Summerall. He never signed an official CBS sports contract, so he was a freelance announcer. He also won Texas Sports Announcer of the Year 7 years. 7 times. Number 6 is Joe Buck. Joe Buck has called NFL games for Fox since its inception in 1994. He's currently the number 1 play-by-play announcer for NFL games. He's called 4 Super Bowls and many NFC Championship games. He should win it one of these years, even though a lot of people think he's annoying, but he's a great football announcer. Number 5 is James Brown. James Brown is currently the host of the NFL Today on CBS. For many years, he was the Fox NFL Sunday host. He also did some play-by-play announcer for games for CBS back in the 80s and 90s, and he's one of the best studio hosts for football. He also hosts Inside the NFL on Showtime for many years. He should get the Pete Rozelle Awards one of these days. Number 4 is Gil Santos, who's the long-time play-by-play voice of the Boston/New England Patriots. He was a play-by-play voice for the Patriots for many, many years for WBZ Radio and Sports Hub 98.5. He called 3 Super Bowl winning championships for the Patriots, and he's one of the best local football announcers for all time. He should get the Pete Rozelle Award. Number 3 is Marv Albert. Marv Albert's been called NFL games for many, many years for NBC and then CBS, and he also was a play-by-play voice of Monday Night Football on Westwood One Radio for many years, called many Super Bowls as well. He was teamed with Boomer Esiason, even though he is known for his basketball announcing. He should get the Pete Rozelle Award because he's broadcast many Super Bowls. Number 2 is Dick Stockton. Dick Stockton has been calling NFL games since the mid-70s, first for NBC and then CBS and then Fox. He's called a lot of divisional playoff games, and also he's called a few Super Bowls for international broadcasting with Darryl Johnson. I think Super Bowl 38, and he's should get the Pete Rozelle Award one of these years. And the number 1 person on this list who should get the Pete Rozelle Award for broadcasting excellence is Brent Musburger. Brent Musburger was the host of the NFL Today on CBS for 16 years, and he was a great studio host, and he's famous quote for saying, "You are looking live at Three River Stadium at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or you're looking at live at Max 2 Gentlemen's Club at Bellacca, Massachusetts." And Brent's also called some NFL games for CBS, 1973, 1974. He called a few playoff games for the wild card game for the ABC in the 90s, and he hosted the halftime show for Monday Night Football for a couple of years and a couple of Super Bowls for ABC, and he should get the award in 2015. It's such a shame that Brent Musburger is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame for the broadcasting win the Pete Rozelle Award. And that's going to change this year, my friends. And that's about it on that. I'll be back later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, for at least 2 more of these video blogs. The subjects I'm going to cover for today is why NHL should keep fighting alive. And also, the 3rd and final video blog is going to be about Jack Whitaker, longtime sports announcer. And don't forget, send me your questions, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Private message me. Ask me a question. I'll answer it in a future blog sometime in November. Have a good day, Facebook friends, YouTube followers. See ya later.